What's up, people? I'm going to explain the things you need to have to start your first 90-day phase, and I'm going to explain it so simple that it is almost impossible to, first of all, fuck up, but then second of all, not do. Now, the key things that you get out of doing a 90-day phase is, first of all, being in control of your life, because I know that a lot of people that are in my age, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, in this age, how most people live like and how I used to live like is you wake up tired because you went to bed extremely late, and the first thing you do is that you grab your phone and then you scroll. And what this does is keeping our attention from the things that we need to progress on, because the number one thing that is destroying your future and destroying your life now, the reason why you're feeling tired in your head, even if your body's not tired or you actually slept good, is because your attention always goes to validation. These apps, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, they are designed by psychologists to keep you hooked. That's why they exist, because they get money of your attention. So what they do is to grab your attention as much as possible. Now, why do you even think that Snapchat has a different notification than messages? You know, because it stands out that when you hear this notification, you always pop off, because it might be the girl that's texting you. It might be one of your best friends, you know. But when it's a messages, it might just be some ad. It might just be my mom. You don't really care, right? And it's the same thing with Instagram, with TikTok. They are keeping your attention. There's a reason why the algorithm exists, because it gets the things that you like. If you like something, another thing in the similar topic will come up. It is all designed to keep you hooked. It is all fucking fake validation. Now, what the 90-day phase does is that it gets you in control. Instead of relying on other people, you rely on yourself. You rely that you can do the thing. Now, the first thing that you're gonna do when you're creating a 90-day phase is read. Read is number one, because what reading does is that you stop consuming the information from TikTok, from Instagram, from things that don't give you the right knowledge, and you take in information that can actually put you further. I see a lot of people coming up to me, especially people that I used to know, who are stuck in this lifestyle, typical lifestyle of a teenager or young person. They ask me, say, how do I get rich? How do I start making money online? And I say, stop consuming shit information and start consuming right sort of information. That's the number one thing, because some people think that it's just a blueprint, do this and you'll get this. All of these YouTube videos online, how to get money on dropshipping fast, the way to do it in 2026, it's not going to be sustainable for the long path. Now, reading, it gets you educated, and that's what we want to do. We want to take that uneducated shit and make it educated. The second thing is that it's going to be no more social media, because social media is the one that's destroying you. Social media is good because if you're a content creator or if you're looking for inspiration, social media can actually be a very beneficial thing. But most of the time, it is only delaying yourself. This is a tip for people who are still in school. If you're still in school, the number one thing that I recommend you do is literally just binge watch YouTube videos on how to get rich. Because I mentioned earlier that these how to get quick rich shit doesn't really work. And it is true, but it gives you information, and it gives you information in the right topic. And if you watch 20 different videos on how to make money fast on dropshipping, and every different video has one core message, you will at least get 20 different core messages, you know? And from those 20 different videos, you can do the puzzle bits, you know? You can play the puzzles and make the blueprint yourself. And just learn overall on a lot of things. Learn about fitness, learn about personal branding, learn all of these different things, because you will never know when you will need the knowledge. Cold showers and no music. Those two habits, they completely changed me. Cold showers, first of all, because when I wake up in the morning and I'm gonna have a shower, I don't want to do a cold shower. To be truth, nobody wants to do a cold shower because it is hard. But if you do hard things, you will get hard by it. Pause. You will, you will get discipline from that. And that's what we want to build. This 90-day phase is to build a strong foundation. And if you're able to do cold showers in the morning, who knows what more fucking things you can do. No music is, this one is really personal for me. If you're a person who always listens to music, on the way to school, on the way to work, in the gym, at home, when you're playing the game, you know, if you have music in your ears, you need to take a break from it, because I know for a fact that when you're in the gym, you play a different type of music when you're on the way to your train or when it's raining, you know. You always try to put a song that matches your mood, you know. If you're angry, you put on an angry song. And what this does is that your thoughts kind of get controlled by music. And during this 90-day phase, the goal is trying to improve yourself, right? And build a strong foundation. But before this phase, like, you were lost, you know? You were this person who was out every weekend chasing girls, drinking, smoking, nicotine pouches, right? And you don't know you don't know what the problem is. And for me, I used to listen to so much music that I banned myself, because I don't know if music was the problem or if it was something else, but I don't know if I don't find out. So don't listen to music and start cold showers. And you can kind of see a pattern here, is that we're kind of replacing all of these bad habits like social media, and we're replacing them with cold showers, reading, and no music. Binge watching YouTube videos that actually give us information. Because the thing with Instagram and YouTube is that with Instagram, you can't remember the last 10 reels you watched, but you can remember the last 3 videos you watched on YouTube. And that's my point. Things that have a longer span of attention, it gets stored in your brain faster. Physical journey. Physical journey is 100% the best thing that can happen to a man. When you go on a physical journey, you learn about delayed gratification, that it takes time to get results. You learn about the discipline. Okay, if I want to get a body, if I want to go down in weight, or if I want to go up in weight, I have to put the time not only in the gym, but outside the gym. I need to eat correctly. I need to hit protein. I have to do all of these things. Goals. If you don't have goals, you don't know where you're going. If you can't name the top 10 goals in your life, you don't know where you're going. If you don't know what car you're looking for, or what car you're gonna buy, you don't know where you're going. Because a ship without a destination is destined to sink. If you don't know what you're seeking, what your aim is, where you want to go, you're just gonna go in circles. So the first thing you do before you start this 90-day phase is that you take a blank sheet of paper and you put down the first top 10 goals. Number 1, most important, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and 7th, the 10th. And then when you're done those 10, then you mark the first 3. And the first 3 are the ones you're gonna focus on, right? So let's say that I want to have a MacBook, you know? Okay, MacBook is very important. You mark that in. How do I get there? Because what this does is that you're not only visualizing what you want to have, but you're also making a plan to get it. Because that is the one thing that I see with people, is that they want all of these things. They have these crazy goals. I want to be a millionaire. I want to buy this car and I want to drive to this place. But they don't know how to get there. But if you sit down and you make a plan how to get there, you will get there. It's so fucking easy. And I can go into long-term, short-term, middle-term goals, but it's a whole new video and it's a fucking big topic. I do believe I have a video on it in my YouTube channel already that is called something, how to plan your goals or something. I'll have it in my bio. But if you want a more dedicated video, just comment and I will make one. But goals is 100% one of the things that you have to put down. You have to give yourself validation. Because what we are learning to do here is to take away validation from everybody else, but we humans, we need validation, we crave validation. But if we can learn to give ourselves validation, then we don't need everybody else. So how do you create validation? how do you create validation? That's your question, right? Well, what you do is that before you go to bed, the day before you go to bed, you take a piece of paper as well, or you can do it on your phone, it doesn't matter. And then you say, what am I going to do tomorrow? You know, you do a to-do list. And then you mark down the things. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna read 20 pages. Tomorrow I'm gonna do this, right? You're gonna do your homework, or you're gonna study on your side hustle, you know? Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym. And then when you're gonna go to bed the next day, you check off. Did I read 20 minutes? Yes, I did. Did I study for my side hustle? Yes, I did. Did I go to the gym? Yes, I did. And what this does is you build confidence with yourself. You build conviction in yourself. And what this gives you is validation. But more importantly, what this gives you is momentum. You start seeing that you can do things. You start seeing results, not external results, but internal. And this is actually what's going to take you forward, because this is a short-term win. Every day you see that you're doing something good, and that takes you further. It takes you further than focusing on that Porsche that is $200,000 away. You can't think about that now. You need to think about the basics, the things that you can touch. You can't touch this Porsche, it's too far away. But what you can touch is that book. You can read 20 minutes. Who you are with. Who you are with is the biggest thing. And there's a reason why I'm talking about it now. Because 80% of the people will watch the first 20% of the video and then they will click off. But the people who actually care, who actually want to take their life serious, this is for you. What I'm about to explain will completely change your life. The people you are with is the reason why you are stuck. I want you to sit down and name your 4 best friends. And I'll do it with you. Bamba, Isak, Bror, Goran. Those are my 4 closest friends. Bamba, he's the motherfucker that introduced me to this shit. Bror, he's just a strange motherfucker, to be honest. I don't know what this guy does anymore, but he's my best friend and he will always be. But Isak, that guy's crazy. He makes around 1.4 grand a month working for a store. And even though he is in the matrix, he's working harder than 99% of the other motherfuckers that are in his age. Goran is a little me, you know? He's from Kurdistan or wherever the fuck he is, you know? But he is a little me. And I can see that motherfucker is gonna go to crazy places. But what I'm trying to tell you is that your environment is either dedicating where you move forward or you don't. When I started my self-improvement journey, those people, Isak, Bror, Bamba, Goran, you know, they weren't who they are now. And I knew that, okay, I cannot be with them if I want to be where I am today, because they were out partying, they were doing shit that wasn't aligned with what I was going to do. So I needed to detach. I needed to go away from them, because if you're going to be with 4 people who go out every week, you're going to be the 5th. If you're going to sit and smoke, and if you're hanging with 4 smokers, you're going to be the 5th. And if you don't have people who are millionaires, who are fitness gurus, who are these cunts, like, you cannot surround yourself with them, because they won't drive you towards your goals. They will drive you into the ditch. If you don't have people who are on the same mission as yourself, you have to detach. And you have to go solo. Solo is the best motherfucking thing that's happened in my life. Some general tips I would give you is buy motherfucking notebooks. Because this cunt, I could sell this motherfucking cunt. The amount of business ideas, business models is in this motherfucker, it's crazy, man. Holy fuck. I can watch back here and I can get 10 more tips, 10 more ideas, 10 more shit. Here's even my first clients. I'll face number 1. From the 10th of July to 20th of July. What we're gonna do each day, he's gonna do 50 push-ups every day. He's gonna read 20 minutes, make a list of all of his issues. That is actually one thing that's true. One thing that you can do is make a list of everything that's holding you back right now. Because There's a difference having it in your mind, knowing that it is an issue, and when you see it on a piece of paper, you see that you have a problem with scrolling, you see you have a problem with drinking, you see, and then you acknowledge them, and then you actually take action on changing. Right? What is it that we have to work on with this guy? Client number 5. His physique and his mental discipline, his temperament, and being okay alone. His fears is how people view him. He's stressed, angry, and no one understands him. He's in a dark hole. Porn addicted. Client number 4. What to do each day. Journaling or articles. Walk 20 minutes. Walking is a thing that actually changed me very, very much because I clear my thoughts, but it's a sort of meditation. Client number 3. Talk to a new person every day. Yo, this is like old shit, man. This is crazy, man. I have to see client number 1. Fears, missing out, reading, hates reading, working on confidence, poverty, family struggling, family arguments, what to do, tell him to relax and not stress about working internally. Crazy, man. You know, we all start somewhere. And this is in the beginning of this book. This is in the beginning of this book, man. This is crazy, you know. It's crazy how much I've fucking changed. Like. And even just seeing the amount of change that happens in one notebook, then you start to realize that you can change in so fucking much. I hope this video was good and you learned a lot. Yeah, man, stay sexy, stay fucking, get big, eat good, stay fit, stay lean. I'm gonna drop a 90-day rebuild, a 90-day reset. So if you want to start this 90-day phase of your own, there's gonna be a link in the bio so you can start your own one. Guys, take this serious. This is your life. You will not get anywhere closer to your goals without you putting the actions down. Now, I can't stress how much I changed and how much improvement I've seen in my life. And if you want to see the same, if you want to be able to travel wherever you want to, work remotely, not being in control of other people, not people saying go to school at this time, not people saying you have to be at work at this time, then this is the key. This is the key that you have to do. Motherfuckers, I'm 18, I'm young, but I'm motherfucking free, cunt. I got a smile on my motherfucking face, motherfucker. I have to shut the fuck up.